истинный в огне. Кто читает свои сны, поклоняюсь темноте.
Alright, what is up guys, Mr. Gruesome here, back for another video, and in this one, I'm going to be going over the top 5 scariest gaming creepypastas. So, let's just jump right into this. So, in the number 5 spot, we have sonic.exe, and a few creepypastas have ended up becoming so popular that they've actually inspired people to make fan-made games emulating exactly what happened in the story. And this is what happened to sonic.exe. It's a story that started out as a somewhat badly written pasta that, to the writer's credit, had a pretty scary premise. So it's about a teenager who got his hand on a heavily modded PC port of the 1991 Sonic the Hedgehog game. Described certain events in the game that are nothing short of horrifying. And in these levels, it seems that Tails, Knuckles, and Robotnik are running away from a deranged Sonic who inevitably catches up to them, leading them to their grim fates as disturbing pictures of Sonic flash on the screen. And I would say that this is a classic creepypasta, if there ever was one. So, let's just move on to number 4. So, in the number 4 spot, we have Hale Luna. And Hale Luna is a popular creepypasta revolving around a text adventure game that gets increasingly difficult the further you progress in the game. This game is notorious for its numerous crashes and creepy occurrences, making it seem almost unplayable. However, one man managed to finish this game and uncovered something truly horrifying. At the end of the game, the screen reveals the coordinates of a location in real life. The gamer who finished the game, having enough time on his hands anyway since he managed to beat the freaking game, ended up digging at the specified location, and uncovered a decomposing body of a young girl. The only part that remained somewhat noticeable was a fresh head, covered with blonde hair. Alright, now that that grim one is out of the way, let's move on to number 3. Alright, so in the number 3 spot, we have The Theater. And The Theater is perhaps one of the most well-told creepypastas on the internet, and for good reason. The story is about an underground game along the veins of Kill Switch that was released to a limited audience. The game was released around the same time as Doom, and while the gameplay might seem rather simplistic, there are certain odd things that could happen, which has deeply disturbed players over time. Sometimes the ticket taker that's standing at the entrance would disappear, forcing you to walk endlessly on a red pathway until you encounter a swirly head version of the ticket taker, which has reportedly caused players to feel nauseous when they gazed upon this grotesque sprite. Apparently, the ticket taker also says the words, "Don't reach the other levels," although this has been the subject of much debate. So now that this creepy entry is out of the way, let's move on to number 2. Alright, so in the number 2 spot, we have NES Godzilla, and this story revolves around another bootleg copy, this time for a Godzilla game. The person who received this bootleg had played Godzilla before on the NES before with the normal copy, and wanted to stoke his nostalgic heartstrings by reliving the experience all over again. However, he got way more than he bargained for. Instead of a regular experience, the gamer's bootleg copy featured various instances and glimpses of images and events he was unfamiliar with, some of it being extremely creepy. The whole story is pretty long and chock full of these disturbing images, so if your need to sleep is not that strong, you can read the entire tale. Don't say I didn't warn you though. Alright, now let's move on to number 1. And finally, in the number 1 spot, we have Mario, the infamous Super Mario World ROM hack. And one of the most intricate creepypastas on this list, the Mario hack for Super Mario World is probably one of the most well-known stories ever. The person who used this hack found a text file which mostly contained gibberish, and the phrase, "find me," repeated throughout the document. The game itself was rather odd, with no enemies, text boxes with either cryptic or insulting messages, and the color of each successive level draining out. Many people have deduced that this hack is actually detailing the fact that Mario is sinking into depression the longer the game progresses, making it a precursor to his attempt at suicide that occurs when Mario goes down a regular pipe and never returns. To add to the scare factor, the text file was actually an accidental format change, and converting it back to .jpg revealed a whole. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this list. If you did, be sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and leave a like down below. And also subscribe to my gaming channel, Storm4Decay. Link will be down in the description as always. And I guess this is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.